Hola, welcome. This is Dino Delano. I'm talking to you today from Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's right, that's where I'm at right at the moment. And this is a very important message. Not only is it an important message, but this message will give you, the information here will give you the cause behind problems. Let me say that in this way. Western medicine, as an example, is a Band-Aid process for the most part. Not totally, but mostly. Because it treats you like a chemical body rather than treating your mind, body, spirit. In other words, it does not take into account your beliefs, your feelings, your desires, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your depressions, all of that. Instead, it gives you a quick pill fix. When you go to an area of problems in your life, whether that's physical health, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, and you begin to go to the causal level, now you begin to get the effects that you're searching for. Another way of saying it, if we were to let go of oil and coal and all of those, we would begin to have the effect in our environment of clean air, clean food, clean oceans, and so on. Very simply, if we treat cause, we get the effects that we are searching for. You are a mind, body, spirit, and emotion. Emotion is a good word. It's a wonderful word. It means energy in motion. Spirit means energetic. It is that energy part of yourself, that energetic part of yourself. But it is mind that puts all of that into being. Think of the mind as the engine in the car. Think of the beliefs within that engine as the software that runs the whole process. You can have a great computer, but if you got no software, you're not going to go anywhere. It's not going to do anything. Beliefs are your software. So the belief within the mind-body system is at the causal level. So when you treat belief, when you understand belief, when you experience and move belief in a different way, you are working at a causal level rather than at the effect level. Causes and disease. We'll just touch on a couple here real quick. Let's touch on arthritis. I have a lot of experience with that. I had it in my feet. I came from a very dysfunctional family, very abusive childhood. That abusive childhood made me very afraid to step out into life. So when I went out to step out into life to do different things, guess what? I got arthritis in my feet. Naturally, because at an unconscious level, due to my fear, I was trying to stop myself. In that sense, those feelings were trying to protect me. In the process of healing, in the process of doing creative visualization for one, and other things which I'll mention as we go along here, I begin to experience the despair that I had as a child, the feelings of alienation, the feelings of depression from being abused. And I begin to understand the fear. But in the process of changing my thoughts, changing my software, I begin to understand what was behind it all. And yes, I begin to get change. In fact, I did healing. So arthritis then is mostly a disease of fear. In fear, we become rigid, afraid to move. That's why it affects the body in the way that it does. And in that sense, when we begin to release it, the body becomes liquid again. It becomes mobile again. It becomes flexible again. The more fear that someone has, oftentimes, the more controlling they are in their belief structures. Cancer is a great disease, for the most part, in self-denial. The person is denying themselves. They are at some level unconsciously trying to destroy themselves. But we're not interested just in those ideas. We are more interested here in how do I get the results that I am looking for. In energy, all is connected. Your energetic being, even though you are an individual, which you definitely are, is literally connected to all that is. It's not possible to be disconnected. We sometimes feel disconnected. We sometimes feel alienated. But literally, that is not possible in the life field, in the life force. In a unified field of energy, it is literally impossible to be disconnected. So as you begin to bring self-healing about at all levels of your life, you begin to experience a greater connection with all that is. The natural movement of life is toward health and vitality. If that were not true, the human species would have died out long ago. So if you as an individual will begin to pay attention to your intuition, to your dreams and your impulses, you will bring about healing. And I'm talking about healing not just on a physical level. I'm talking about healing with money, in other words, abundance. I'm talking about healing in relationships. I'm talking about healing in any area of your life. Intuition means that maybe you get an intuition to see a particular healer or go to a particular doctor that believes maybe in holistic medicine. Or you begin to have an impulse to eat a certain food or go on a certain diet. Or maybe you begin to have dreams that begin to direct you and guide you in a particular direction. Yes, because your internal process is literally doing everything possible and imaginable to bring you toward a state of healing, because healing is natural. Again, if that were not true, when you get a cut, you would not heal. But you do heal, because that is where your life process naturally has an impulse to move toward. All right. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Ever bought a new car or a car, period? Now you begin to see them anywhere. Everywhere, I should say. You have an idea as a kid. Maybe you wanted a bicycle. Or maybe as an adult, a particular job or a particular area of the world that you wanted to experience. And now you begin to see it everywhere. You see posters about it. You see that automobile on every corner of the street. You see that particular clothing that you were thinking about on somebody walking down the street. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if your attention is focused on healing, if your attention is focused on abundance, if your attention is focused on healing the problem that you have from the software level, the belief level, in other words, you begin to get the results you're looking for because you are working at a causal level. Creative visualization combined with feeling. Actually, feeling something is really more important than seeing it. Because in feeling, you ever notice that you feel it throughout your whole body? If you feel abundant, if you feel vital, you are literally sending a message to every cell within your body. And there are ways to do that, by the way. There are techniques that can help you do that. And I'll touch on that right at the end of this video. In faith, we do the work. What is faith? In other words, faith is a belief in God. And I'm not going to use the term of God any longer because it's got too much stuff hooked into it. Faith is a belief in the life process. Faith is a belief in the unified field of energy, which you are. Faith is a belief, is a sense that life is valuable. It has something important. That you are important within the structure of it. So if you have faith, then you do the work. If you don't have faith and you do the work, pretty soon you will gain faith because you have done the work. Many people have very little faith because they don't do the work. They look at the guitar and they never pick it up and learn the lessons. They look at the job that they want to do or the career that they would like to get into and they dream about it. They imagine it in some sense, but they never literally do the work to bring it about. So in faith, we literally do the work. In the process of doing the work, we experience self-healing. Self-healing is to acknowledge the God within. So self-healing in that sense is to acknowledge that you literally are a part of the whole force of life. This is Dino Delano. If you will go to CoolZenHealing.com and click on the book Discover the Magic in You, you will experience a video there that will give you all kinds of methods and techniques, literally, to bring this about. In other words, you're going to have to do the work if you want to get the results. Thanks for being with me again. Dino Delano. Take